Hello, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. So today I'm going to share with you 3 feel-good films that I will be watching, that I will be watching this holiday season, and 1 honorable mention. First things first, let's go to number 1, shall we? This one is a little bit obvious and popular. Elf. I mean, obviously, right? It's so good. It came out in 2003 and I was 11 at the time. It just is one of those movies that is so integral to my holiday experience. A few things about this one. I won't say too much because it is so well known, but if you don't know what the film is about, Buddy the Elf goes to look for his dad in New York. He's a human raised by elves, and essentially, craziness ensues because his father doesn't really have the spirit of Christmas. There will be spoilers in this video, but I'm not going to spoil to you whether or not Walter Hobbs finds the spirit of Christmas. 2 things that I do want to say about this movie. Number 1, Zooey Deschanel's blonde. What? It's crazy, It's almost like when I watch the film, I can't ever see her because she is Jess from New Girl, as far as I'm concerned. Dark hair, bangs. This movie, no bangs, blonde hair. It's out of control. But also in the best way, because then I can see her as Jovi and not as Jess from New Girl. And then I also would say this is very near and dear to my heart because the spirit of it and just the character of Buddy the Elf, as soon as it came out, my whole family was like, Kate is Elf, Elf is Kate. And so ultimately, it just holds a very special place in my heart because I find joy and the spirit of Christmas. I believe in people's dreams. I like to cheer people on. And Elf was a character that I got to reflect and see that in. You get to be optimistic. You get to feel good things. Number 1, Elf. We'll definitely be watching that. I watch it every year, and I'm definitely watching it this year. So on to number 2. The Holiday. So many lovely things happen in this movie. Ultimately, there are 2 main characters, 2 women who have found themselves just not feeling the spirit of the holiday, the spirit of the season, decide to switch homes. One is based in England? I think she's just in Europe. Or it's close to London, I think. Anyways, it's Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet plays Iris, and she is based very close to London, I believe. And your girl Amanda Woods, played by Cameron Diaz, is over in LA. They both find just heartbreak early in the movie and ultimately decide, just being here right now is not it. So they swap houses. They do this vacation house swap thing. And of course, find themselves in the course of the film and connect with new men, if you will. It's very much a romantic film. And the men that they meet, Kate Winslet's love interest is played by Jack Black, and Cameron Diaz's love interest is played by Jude Law. And you just love to see it. You love to see happy people come together. You love to see, holiday love. At least I do. I would say, screw Jasper. Jasper keeps breaking Kate Winslet's heart, and I will not stand for it. I won't. But it's okay, because Jasper, he doesn't die at the end, but he's out of here. And so The Holiday ultimately turns into a feel-good film. If she ended up with Jasper at the end, not so feel-good, but that's not the case. Again, I warned you about spoilers. I was gonna break that. So I will be watching that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. On to the 3rd film. Last Holiday. That's the last movie. So this one is not your typically classically thought of as a holiday movie. It still is though. And it's also, I just don't think it's on those lists typically. And that's why these are just feel-good films that I'm gonna watch, right? It's not critically acclaimed films. It's not best films you ever seen. You're gonna notice that when I talk about the honorable mention. But I love this film because 1, Queen Latifah. 2, living life to the fullest. So let's break down the actual plot, shall we? Queen Latifah works as kind of a department store demonstrator. Like she demonstrates how the equipment works at a department store, like a Macy's, if you will. I don't think it's Macy's, but it's a department store. It's at the mall. She shows people how ovens work, and she always saves, she always diets, keeps it all together. She never asks out her coworker, who is played by LL Cool J, even though she's got such a crush on him and he's got such a crush on her, and you can totally tell even in the beginning, you know, and you're just like, so you want them to be together so bad. And then she hits her head at work, and they take her and they give her a CAT scan. Which one's the one where you go in and they see your brain? Is it the CAT scan? Come to find out, she has a massive tumor, has very little time to live. And so of course she's devastated. She's like, I've been holding it all back. I've not been doing anything to like really live my life. And so she's like, I gotta do it. I gotta risk it all. There's this restaurant, there's this hotel that I really want to go stay at. Like, I think it's not really doing a great job at locations today. It's very like ski resort energy. I don't know if it's in Switzerland. The chef is French, I think. It's a really fancy place. Imagine fancy snow chalet, fancy rich humans, yay. And so she's like, cool, I want to do this. I want to try all the food. I want to just like, you know, have luxurious spa time. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend all that I got left because I'm about to die. Like I got like a week, maybe 2 weeks. So that's what she decides to do. She goes off, and oh my gosh, she just like, I also love how like the influence she has on like all these people who are so well-to-do, right? And get to do this all the time, and how much she appreciates it. Like there's this one scene, because there's this chef there, right? The French chef is such a good chef and so well known. He gets so mad because everybody's always making substitutes and this, that, and the other. She literally goes to the restaurant. She says, that all sounds good. I'm gonna have one of everything. And he gets so excited because he's like, oh my gosh, no substitutes, one of everything. Who is this person? I want to meet them. And so she becomes friends with the chef, and they have a great time. And it's like, just ultimately, it just always reminds me, like, live fully. Like, what do you have to lose? You only have one of these lives. So like, do it. Oh, okay. I hope you watch it, because I'm just like, I just love how good it feels to like, look at how good life could be if you take care of yourself, right? Granted, we can't just all blow it, but I just love how this movie makes me feel. This is going to be a spoiler because I'm so excited how the film actually ends. Come to find out, the doctor and the scanning machine had like a smudge or like was busted, and so he has to like go find Queen Latifah to like let her know, hey, you're not actually gonna die. At the same time, LL Cool J's like, where'd she go? I like her. Where'd she go? And nobody can tell him what happened because it's medical confidentiality, right? And so ultimately, I think he ends up like making the doctor tell him, which, you know, that's some HIPAA violation action. And he's like, oh my gosh, she's not gonna die. I gotta go find her. Where is she? And so he, you know, heads out to this wonderful vacation location. And at the end of the film, like, I think there's a scene where she's like about to jump, and he comes out and he's like, girl, I love you and you're not gonna die. And she's like, this is excellent news. And then they just like live in happiness, and they live fully, and they grill, and they just like love on each other. And it's just a special film that I just don't think gets enough attention or enough love. And so I always try and watch it every year. And I would argue it's more of like a New Year's Eve movie, because it's more around the time of like New Year's Eve, and the resolution kind of comes during the New Year's Eve kind of clock ticking, if you will. It's wonderful. It's so wonderful. And she just becomes so loved because she learns to love herself. And I just want all of us to do that. So, highly recommend. Now, the honorable mention. This one I find to be a little bit embarrassing, and I'm also going to make sure that I actually know the name of the film. I'm going to write it in red because I'm so embarrassed. All right. A Very Jonas Christmas Movie. Y'all, I'm embarrassed as hell about this one. I had super crush on Nick Jonas as a teenager. There may or may not still be a Nick Jonas poster inside my childhood room closet. Again, was embarrassed then too, because I'm a little bit too old to like be like fangirling about the Jonas Brothers, even though technically Nick and I are the same age, whatever. So all to say, I haven't actually finished this one yet. We started it on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be honest with you, not necessarily critically acclaimed. There was a moment where I was like, oh no, is this a surprise musical? And if it is, it makes sense. They're musicians, right? So all to say, I'm gonna still watch it. Honorable mention, because it's something that my sister and I bond over. I just think it's important to stay childlike and always support your childhood crushes, you know? Yeah, there you go. Elf, The Holiday, Last Holiday, and A Very Jonas Christmas as honorable mention. Thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 4. We've done it. Look at this. Oh, I cannot wait. I can't wait to watch these movies. This is like 4 to 8 good hours of lifetime that I get to experience.